Look, I'm still tapped into the pulse of the community that came from BG Wealth Sharing. This is what you got to understand. You can't just settle on the fact that BG got us. We was bamboozled. You got to position yourself to learn a skill set that allows you to become an asset so you can invest in other assets, but it all starts with you having access. I want to give you access to a tool. I've been sharing it, but the tool positions you to learn the skill of trading. It is going to be learning something new. You are going to be stretching yourself, but it positions you to learn how to get money from the market. This is not just limited to BG Wealth Sharing as well, because a lot of people just pivoted and went to another thing, another company that does the same or similar things, have you thinking that trading is going on. It's a lot of recruiting, a lot of compensation plans associated with it. Sometimes larger investments help to propel the individual who recruited that person. So that right there could put you in the same predicament. I'm not here to say what's going to play out or how it's going to play out. But for example, a lot of people went to Polar Tensor. Polar Tensor has some similar things going on in terms of recruiting, compensation, more money you invest, how it helps the person that recruited you. That, is red flaggish to me. Now I know some people say that they've shown the trades and show that it's real trades happening. Look, I'm not in, so I can't tell you what's going on. But what I can tell you is this: if you're not learning how to fish and you're depending on somebody else to feed you, you're also going to give them the ability to starve you. Simply put. So yes, you might be doing well and getting rates of return. You might be recruiting and going even faster. But the same thing was happening with BG. You have to know how to get money out of the market yourself. And some people, they just play the game of, look, I'm just trying to see how long I can be in, how long will it last, and hopefully it lasts long enough for me to be in profit. That's what some people are doing. So you have to be mindful of the leadership that you're listening to, because if the leadership that you're listening to is just trying to make sure that they're covered and the people that's closely associated with them are covered, then where does that leave you? And then they're following blind leadership, and that cycle continues, and the domino effects happen on the lower end because the people who didn't get a chance to get their money out fell victim. Meanwhile, the other people are not tripping. They just hop to the next thing, all because they understood the game. But if you understand how to get money out of the market yourself, that's a skill that can't be taken from you. That's something that you can keep doing 10 years, 20 years from now. So I want you to think long term and not just quick wins and short term, because once you understand this, then you can actually position yourself to get even more than what these platforms are promising. And that's very important to know. What I'm gonna do is go over a chart that shows the A+ setups that we look for, and this is just a replay of a setup that took place, so you can understand what you're looking for when you want to place a buy, so you can position yourself to get money out of the market. I'm gonna continue to do these, and I'm gonna do a blitz of different trades that I'm doing in the demo, so that when I get to the actual real money, that I've already got a lot of reps. I've seen the market in different conditions, seen good days, bad days, sideways days, because that's what I told myself I wanted to do. I wanted to get 100 demo trades in. And somebody asked that too, when you gonna start trading with real money? Well, initially when I was learning trading, they instructed, hey, get you about 100 demo trades in so you can understand the ins and outs of certain things. That was just a recommended thing, and I never forgot that. So now I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and get some demo trades in. And as anxious as I may be to put real money in, because I have demos that have gotten profits, etc., things of that nature, I still want to honor the reps. So that way when I see certain things, it's just pattern recognition. It's just me understanding, oh, I've seen something similar to this before. Not that it's a guarantee of that it's going to play out like that, but at least I got some reps in. And now I got some lessons in. So I want to take all the L's that I can in the demo trade, so that way when I'm trading with real money, less likely to take as many. Still gonna take some L's. Nothing is guaranteed. No 100% profit, as they may teach you and tell you in these other systems and programs. Don't fall for it. I'm telling you. Get you a skill set that can make you an asset, all by getting access. If you want access to the system, understand that the transfer of wealth is happening. Click that link down below so you can get access. But look at these trades, and I want you to see what it is that we're looking for, and then what it looks like on the charts. So this is what I mean by looking for A+ setups. I said it because I wanted you to see how it looks on the screen. It's in, a couple of different places. But an A+ buy setup, you want everything to be green. A high probability of the market going up, also known as going long. Green buy signal. So you'll see the green buy signal, which is the indicator that prints a green buy signal. So you want to see that.
You want to see a green bullish bias. Remember I showed you the bias in the upper right hand corner. It's either going to say bullish, bearish, or neutral. If it's neutral, you don't do anything. You just wait. Patience is key in trade. Patience brings wealth in trade. So you look for a green bullish bias, which lets you know that the market has been going up. That's the bias. That's, the nature of the market at the time. You look for a green trend bar. That's the wavelengths that I showed at the bottom of the screen. You want that to also be green. And then you're looking for a green power line. Power line that is green and horizontal basically says money is in the market right now at this time. Come get some. It's so many words. Once all those 4 things have been checked, consider that an A plus buy setup. So it's a higher probability. Real simple. Real simple. 1, 2, 3, 4. For A plus sell setup, what you're looking for is, pretty much the opposite, minus one thing, being identical. You're looking for a red sell signal. You're looking for a red bearish bias. You're looking for a red trend bar. And you're also looking for the green power line as well. That lets you know money is in the market. You want liquidity. You want to be able to get money out of the market at the right time, strategically, and rinse and repeat. This is an example of what an A plus setup is based on these 4 things being in position once you have everything set up, once you get access to the group. Now, I'm going to go over real quick what's in the group so that way you understand what you're getting, and then let me know if you got any questions, anything you want me to clarify on, so that way I can incorporate it in other videos, and I know it can help others as well. So this is a replay of something that happened earlier. I want to play it back, but also let you know how the tool and the system works. Let me clear up some things just to make sure everything looks good. But remember, we're looking for 4 different metrics in order to determine whether or not it's a good opportunity. If it's an A plus trade, looking in the upper right hand corner for the bias. Is it neutral? Is it bullish? Is it bearish? That determines the direction it could potentially go. Now it's going kind of fast, so I may end up having to pause and just show you what took place. So another confirmed. So that's an example of a buy signal. They're saying that the market is going to go up. So as you can see, it's a TP1 that just took place there. But from here, if you look at it, in this buy signal, it has 3 out of the 4 things met. Initially, it had a bullish. So you want to look at when it produced, what was the daily bias. I know it just switched to neutral, but you want to pay attention to when that particular signal was produced, what was going on. Okay, we had green bars here. The daily bias was bullish. We got a signal. So that's 3 out of the 4. And typically 3 out of the 4, you want to go halfway to the take profit. So if the take profit is here, and this is your entry point, this yellow line right there, you want to go halfway there and take your profits, because it doesn't have that bottom green button of momentum that could possibly push it to the TP1. So you want to play it safe. Boom, take your money halfway through, and now you live the trade again. But let's keep going. Let's see what else happens from there. So we got the confirmed buy signal, but it wasn't an A plus setup because it wasn't all 4. It was 3 of the 4. But let's see what the market continues to do. So right now it's going down, and this is the 15-minute chart. Typically I'm on the 2. Let's pause right there. So typically I'm on the 2-minute chart, but I just want to show you where the signal was produced. It was produced in the 15-minute chart, not in the other one. So it's always a good idea to flip from different time frames so you can get an understanding. Now, when you're dealing with a longer time frame like the 2-minute or the 15-minute, you can't expect the moves to sometimes happen in a short amount of time. What do I mean? Well, if you're on a 15-minute chart and it produced a buy signal, that means it may take a little longer to hit the TP1 than if you were on the 2-minute time chart and it produced a buy signal. Hope that makes sense. So let's keep going. So the market did start going up here. So it went past the entry, and it's really approaching where if a person would have hit the buy signal and they waited for it to go halfway, they can take some profits. So that's proof that the 3 out of 4 system has a good ratio of wins as well, by understanding that if it's 3 out of the 4, not just any 3, specifically buy signal, daily bias being, matching whatever the buy or sell signal said, and then the same color. So the color should match as well. So those specific 3 out of the 4 will determine if you're going to enter that trade and what you need to do if you're in that trade. Let's keep going. So let's see if it goes beyond that halfway mark. If so, then, that person would have been in profit. If they would have buy those trolls, boom, that would have been a profit right then and there, just off of that alone. Now, another thing I want to point out is now, and this is a good note, because if you're banking on going the halfway mark, but then you look down and you notice, hold on, daily bias, bullish, the buy signal is still in play because all of the things haven't been hit. The TP1, the TP2, the TP3, stop loss, none of that has been hit. Okay, I was gonna go to halfway mark, but I see some momentum came in the game. So now I got that fourth one that I was looking for initially that could potentially push it up to hit that take profit. So now you having that, you could do one or two things: still take your profits and just watch and see what it does, or consider, if you have multiple contracts, taking one out and leaving another one in and letting it run, or consider seeing if it's going to hit the TP, but position yourself to not lose money. I know they have trailing stop losses, things of that nature, but I'm just really trying to keep this very simple and understanding 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 things you're looking for, and it lets you know your entry point, and then you just pay attention to how it plays out. And if it was 3 out of the 4, when you should consider taking your profit. If it's an A plus, then you can sit back and let it do what it does, because it's a high chance that it will hit the TP, especially if there's momentum involved once it starts pushing. All right, so what else happened from here? So from there, it hit the TP1. Well, it almost hit the TP1. Let me not say it hit it. It almost hit the TP1. It's still momentum in the market, still daily bias of bullish. Got some action going on, because it's never going to just go straight up. Got to be some back and forth, some pushing and pull. That's how the game goes. But it's getting close to the TP1. And let's see if I can slide this over. It's right there. It really hit it. Yeah, it hit the TP1. So a person who had that take profit set up to automatically reject them, they would have got the profits, all because of the tool that has been put in place to recognize the different signals that come from this system. If you want access to this system, and this thing is still running right now, so that's why it stopped. It caught up to the actual time frame. But if you want access to this system, it's a link down below, because you cannot rely on somebody else to continue to say that they're getting you your day-to-day profits on the daily, but it's still a lot of recruiting involved, and the more money you put in, the more money you make. A lot of people are gonna make a lot of money in it, but are you going to learn from that in the terms of you getting a skill set so that you know how to get money out of the market yourself? If you're not learning simultaneously till you're doing it, then you're doing yourself a disservice. And if this ends the same way as BG did, then you really did yourself a disservice. Fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't put the blame on you. Mr. Smith signing out. Salute.